Tell us, Vaji, this has been going on now for some time. We heard Satish Jharkioli yesterday and you broke the story about how he made it very clear that of course there are going to be changes, although a lot of people are tight-lipped about it. So first, Nagendra, do you think he is in for sure?
Well, he's a hopeful candidate and he's somebody who's also been endorsed by the Chief Minister. If you remember, 2 weeks back, we broke on our channel how the
Yes.
Chief Minister on the stage when he was speaking to Valmiki Samaj, and he had said that he's looking to get Nagendra back into the cabinet. So Nagendra is one of the possibilities in this entire matter, Sudha.
All right. And also, you know, if you remember when the government was formed, which I think, Vaji, is going to be 2 years now or more than 2 years. And I remember, you know, around 6 to 7 months, I saw what had happened is they said, listen, we are not getting any kind of a position in the corporations as well. You know, you keep promising us, but you've never delivered. Also, there are lots of, you know, like Seth, all these people have been in the queue. So tell me something, that is it being seen as a major challenge for Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, or they are comfortable to kind of shift people around?
Well, Sudha, this time around it is a challenge because there is a chance of at least 5 to 6 people getting a cabinet position, in a ministerial position in the cabinet. But the aspirants are close to 20 of them. You have BK Hariprasad, who is a loyalist in the party, who's on the screen right now. Then you have Laxman Savadi, who shifted from the BJP, and he also needs to be rewarded for coming to the party. Then you have people like N.A. Harris, who've been trying to be a part of the ministerial cabinet for a very long time. Then you have leaders who've embarrassed the party in the past. Comment to say that there are people who are using their ministerial post as of now as a bargaining chip to get other positions within the party also. So what we are seeing right now here is that the government will have a tough time because you have a prospective list of 20 people and you have to shortlist only 5 to 6. It's getting tougher than the IS exams over here.
Tell me something about the excise minister. Don't you think that he will clearly be shown the door, Timapur?
Well, Timapur today speaking to the press was very disheartened and he gave out a statement saying that why are you behind me? What is it that I have done wrong? I'm here to clean up the excise minister. All the allegations that have been leveled against me are allegations that have leveled against every excise minister in the past of some or the other bribe being taken for license or anything. And this is not something new. What the Prime Minister has also gone on to say is misleading. So Timapur is worried with the fact that his excise ministry will be taken away. But whether that will happen or not is something we'll have to wait and watch. But the allegation and the Prime Minister jumping into it is something that may add some pressure to it. But when he spoke to the press, he was very saddened, disheartened on why there is this pressure against him. So we might see him, we might see Zamir Ahmed because of the racist comment. There were people who wrote against him. So these are two people who have the axe on them. Then there are others who could be taken out because of the lack of their work or because somebody else needs to be given a chance. Like you mentioned, it's almost 2 years now for the party and a reshuffle is on the card. It may happen before the Belgaum session is what we've been told.
But then talking about Belgaum, a lot of these ministers or leaders who won from there, they have time and again said, Belagavi is very important, there is no representation, we are very, very important component. Do you think someone from that region will be invited into the cabinet or not, Vaji?
Well, yeah, that is something that is a part of discussion in the Karnataka circles, in the ministerial circles, because yes, Belgavi is a very tipping point in the region. It is something that is attached to Bombay and it always in part of the conflict with Maharashtra claiming it being a part of their region and Karnataka claiming it to be a part of the, with regards with the name also, Belgaum is something that the Maharashtrians say, Belgavi is something that the Karnataka people say. So yes, that is one bone of contention. And what the BJP has done is very smartly used this as a pitch recently. And I've said that they will, in this Belgaum session, they will allow the northern leaders to speak a lot because it is their issue that has to be highlighted. And it's the Karnataka government who's only concentrating in the center and the south and has ignored these people over there. So we might see some aspirants from there also making the cut in the cabinet.
Okay, tell me something, Vaji, that what is the plan of the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister? You know, they are both coming to Delhi. There is a CWC. Is there, you know, you were also telling us in the newsroom that there could be some talk about perhaps changing the KPCC president as well?
Well, so that yes, the CWC meeting is there. Both of them are over there, and in the past few days, we've been seeing a rumbling with regards to the KPCC presidential post. We've seen Satish Jarkioli demanding for it. We've seen other leaders also. And just now, as we speak, 10, 15 minutes back, HK Patil coming out of the cabinet meeting had given a bite saying that there are some leaders who are using their ministerial post as a bargaining chip to get the KPCC president post. Now, this is something that only will be decided by the High Command, and the High Command will take that call. Both these leaders who are as of now aspirants, one leader who's actually an aspirant and one who's already sitting on the KPCC chair, both have them shown their mettle. DK Shivkumar with regards to the Chanpatna election and how he's handled the affairs as a deputy chief minister, and how he's won the Karnataka and how he's brought the government back to power with 138. And on the other hand, you have Satish Jarkioli, who also is another stalwart from the Bellary region. He holds the Ahinda vote bank after Siddaramaiah, and he's also somebody who's a very big leader in the SC/ST community. So he's also an aspirant. He was actually an aspirant for the chief minister post a few days back. He also gave a statement in 2028 he might ask for the chief ministerial post, because as of now he feels that's not going to happen, because he was one of that who had aimed for the sun, and now he'll have to settle for the moon. So he's now behind the KPCC post too.
You know, before I let you go, I have 1 minute left, Vaji. There is so much to talk to you always. But I want to ask you, when he gets Nagendra back, don't you think there will be bitter criticism, Vaji? He's still someone who's an accused, no?
Well, that is one of the most controversial steps that Siddaramaiah will be taking, because the investigation is still going on. From what we've learned from our sources in the investigation, the entire amount of 180 crores, 160 crores, out of that close to 150 crore has been recovered, but that's not the entire matter. The matter is a minister who's got his name mired into corruption, and he also was stepped down. So what Siddaramaiah believes is that these allegations have now been sorted out. He believed that there was no role of Nagendra, but in the eyes of the people and the opposition especially, will be using that as an ammunition against the government, because Nagendra, though he's out on bail, he's still not clean. He's not given a clean sheet by anybody. So that will be a thorn in the cabinet. How much will Siddaramaiah be able to convince other leaders that yes, we have to get Nagendra to woo to woo the Valmiki community, is something that will be seen in the cabinet, and that will be something that will be exciting for us as the political observers in the city.